Has anybody ever played Among Us? Type 1 in the chat if you've ever played Among Us. Well, much like Among Us, chat, this has to be the biggest case of self-reporting I think I've ever seen in my life, chat. Do not harass this person. Do not send them hate. But I think it serves as a lesson on how to treat artists. This is what this is all about, chat. So first off, Polar Chaos tweeting out, I have a question for the VTubers and artists. I fired my art dad because of a severe lack of communication and how unprofessional his behavior was. I was promised a refund. I haven't received it. It's been 5 days. I'm apparently banned and blocked everywhere. What do I do now? Of course, the person saying, can we talk about it privately? For reference, it's not the artist I mentioned on fire, just in case there's any confusion. I think it's already messed up because they're really dumb to tweet this over exaggeration is crazy. At least tell us the real story. So we asked for the story, chat. Well, Solar Chaos gave us the story, chat. So let's go take a look at these screenshots. I'm just gonna warn you, chat, they're not in favor of this person in the least bit. Solar Chaos tweeting to the model artist whose name is Dang. Hey, have I got any sketches or anything from you? It's been like 6 weeks. I'm just checking in. It's all updated on my Trello, kind of getting the bigger pieces of my comms done, and then doing yours. It's gonna take a bit longer since I'm not working on it alone. Haven't sent me any whips, asked me anything. So like, after 6 weeks of nothing, you don't get to tell me to check your glorified schedule keeper. Bruh, that's rude as yeah, complete lack of self-awareness. Ouch, on my birthday too, smiley face. My problem is the lack of communication. Work doesn't sleep for holidays or birthdays. I work regularly on projects on my birthday. Huh? Okay, so here's the thing. When I work with people in Vtuber Academia, I talk to them a little bit and I say, okay, here's my Trello. Here is all the updated lists and stuff. This is where you can get my information. Like, guys, that's a very common thing. So for you to be like, oh, you didn't privately message me. Dude, it's on the fucking Trello. Chill out. They are updating you with information. Okay, I'm aware of that. But also, Jesus Christ, aggressive much. As if you know, you could always ask. And if you act like I've never done any work for you before, what's gotten into you? And I agree with Dane here. Like, what is this person on? I'm really treating them pretty horribly, chat. I don't appreciate being brushed off when I request an update and being told to check a scheduler. It's super unprofessional and disrespectful. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's very common. I think you misread things a lot because I wasn't even passive aggressive about it. It was an update. That's how I do things for all my clients. I think since you commission me more, that one thing, like I said before, it will take long. And since I'm not working on emotes anymore myself, my partner's on break for their life, I'm not rushing her either. You aren't the only person we did emotes for. Solar going on to say, I hear you on saying it's how you're doing things now. I'm saying it's not acceptable to me. Okay, number one, how Dang did all their stuff was completely professional. Nothing they did was non-professional. But if you don't like it, then just don't commission them. But for you to go on and on about, oh, you're this horrible person, blah, blah, blah. Bro, Dang did nothing wrong in this situation. Get over yourself. Like, actually, if expecting a more professional interaction from someone I've hired for work, an update on something I'll work me on, check my online schedule was asking too much, you're not someone I'm interested in working with. Bro, that is so wrong to say. They didn't do anything wrong. They updated their Trello. Respect somebody. God, you're my friend, but you're super rude about the work I do and my designs. I'm not going to be able to work with you. If I can't get an update when I need one or important information like your partner who is working on a significant part of my project isn't actively working right now, that's a problem. Look, telling me things will be slow isn't the same as your partner in the project isn't actively working, and it won't be anything at all being done in 6 weeks. That's why I'm upset. I would like to know what the timeline is of what was promised. You know what I mean, chat? Because to me, like, I keep hearing this and I'm like, bro, are you for real? This is ridiculous. You're not communicating when I reach out. You brush me off. How did they brush them off? They answered your message. They're saying, you need to take a breather. I'm not brushing you off for asking for an update, but you're going in my throat about it like you haven't waited months longer before. I don't know why you bring this all up now after I give a simple response to your question.
This is a serious self-report and a congratulations. You played yourself.
It absolutely is a self-report. I 100% agree with you. The way that they're acting is just so f***ed up. I think this is really, really wrong to treat an artist this way, chat. Just out of nowhere. And even though, like, the other person, the artist thing, is like, you worked with me before, you've waited this long before, why are you doing this? So as I said before, you bought a lot of stuff. I'm taking my time with it. Yeah, especially if you have a large order. That 100% makes sense. Actually, you were there the day I sketched emotes for you. My partners in this project is taking a break. You aren't the only person we made emotes for. She's been rigging my arts for people who have been buying emotes and live 2D background stuff, and then on top of that, a VTuber model. I understand your frustration not getting updated, but going at the throat like this is very rude, especially when I'm not even being rude responding to you. I apologize if you feel like you're being brushed off, but that gives you no excuse to be an asshole. Absolutely true. But also, I'll put into light for you that I've done so many works with you in the past for even longer than 6 weeks, and now all of a sudden you're trying to strike me for taking my time. What the F? Why would I be rude to you about your design? I'm the one who made it every time. If anything, I'm the only one who should be constantly upset for everything constantly being changed and up for debate and also getting canceled or let down. If you're not interested in working with me, that's fine, but I'm not going to just, but ultimately, chat, I really gotta say this Solar was very, very mean to them. And of course, they were talking about, oh, it's been all these days, so on and so forth. This has to be the biggest self-report. I mean, look at this ratio, chat. Look how hard they got ratioed. Of course, everybody's saying you really think these screenshots put you in a good light. Doesn't matter to me how they made me look. I'm just being open and honest about the situation. Bro, that's not a good thing. This does not look good for you. I don't think your post is the reaction you expected. Everyone's looking negatively at you, which they should, considering how you treated them. This is not a dude. Patience is a virtue. Well, something you need. Treating artists like this is never the way to go, or anyone, to be honest, seek help. I mean, it's just a bad look. Still not apologize to the artist after all this. It's crazy work, but take a look at this. Apologies are made for amends, not acknowledging wrongdoings. I was a bad word. I have no desire to make amends or work with Dink further. I just want my refund to be done with it. What the actual fuck? That is such a horrible thing to say. Yeah, such a horrible way to treat somebody. There are more screenshots here. So continued from what we saw. If you're not interested in working with me anymore, that's fine. But I'm not going to take you being an asshole like this to me when I know you're not passive like this ever to me. So if this is what you want, I'll finish the illustration. I'll refund the emotes in a given time since I'm such a problem. Jesus. We can just chat in a call. I get home in a few. I'm not going to throw. I'm using clear and direct language. Bro, that is so untrue. I've never seen any sketches on the emotes. Only art I've seen you do is some voice chats for another people recently. But it doesn't matter if you have a large project. Wait your turn. I need to be very clear about this. It's my design to my character that you have regularly made. Changes to suit your own preferences. You talk down about the work I do on my own model. Updates nearly every single time I show you something. What the f? You don't seem to me like my design, which is the same based on minor changes. You don't like it, as it had been since before we met. Where did they say that? Beyond all that, before today, you told me your partner who works on most of it is compromised stuff, is taking a break. That's a big deal. I mean, what was the promised timeline? I would like to know that. You kept communicating with me again. Communication has been a problem, as I'm currently struggling to accept. I think you're bothered by an implied tone of text from me. Being to you as a business associate, not a friend of them for the first time. I'm home if you would like to chat. I'm sorry, but that's not how you would approach it at all. I'm going to do what I planned because this was I should get your refund on the emote. There you go. Are you refunding the other item as well, or at this point I'm not interested in continuing to work with you if you're simply not going to communicate with me in projects in a professional manner? I've seen nothing regarding getting my art. You're adamant about the way you're doing things. That's how you want to do so. I cannot fathom telling a client to check my scheduling application with a request and update. That's normal. Somebody just not telling me your partner first and you're a part of the project you're working on for me. Is actively working is just wildly unacceptable. That's not a problem. It does have anything to do with the timeline. They're like, why do they need to tell you that if it's not relevant to the timeline? Maybe you don't see it clearly, but me and you, I've been working our asses off. You never give me a deadline, and I'm not the only person. Oh, that's interesting right there. There was never a deadline. So no clear expectation was ever set. That's a big deal, chat, actually. I think we know more now. There it is. Yeah, you never gave me a deadline, which I feel like needs to be done. There is a one, but regular updates are expected, especially when something significant like that happens. If you don't even begin on a project for 6 weeks and brush me off when I attempt to get updates from you, very much justified in both upset and firing you and demanding a refund. You cannot just not communicate with a client. My behavior is unacceptable. You're not even listening to yourself. Your tone is rude, and I don't want to work with you anymore either. Excluding my birthday and holidays on these damn kids. You're mature, very mature about this. I'm considering also blacklisting you from commissioning. Expecting professionalism is not immaturity. Isn't how to approach a professionalism. Is it being an asshole? This way you approach is not right at all. All that if you like, but this is far lower than you've got. I'll be refunding your illustration and emotes. You're blacklisted, and I'll be contacting any further than this. Goodbye. I have your PayPal. I'll get it to you. So there it is. Hey, everybody. Just a quick reminder. If you've been enjoying this video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me a ton. Okay, back to the video. Let's talk a second, chat. Professionalism, chat, in the spaces of VTubers, or just in general, chat. So when you commission somebody, you are the client, right? You are expected to set the expectation, set the due date, have that conversation, etc., based off if they have had a conversation with somebody in the past, chat. Why would you be upset that somebody is mad because you've done something with them before? You really need to have that discussion with them and set the expectation. Oh my God, I want this to be done by this date. I want this stuff completed at this time. If there is an artist or somebody you work with that says, hey, here's my website where all of this stuff can be updated and you can find updates, why are you upset that they have that set up and calling that unprofessional? That's not a professional at all. What this boils down to, chat, is this person had no idea what they wanted out of something. They didn't set an expectation and they're mad that they didn't get what they wanted because they set up their own stuff in their own way. Just very, very immature. If you want something done, set the boundaries for it. I feel like this is just somebody that never set the expectation and got upset that they didn't get what they wanted because they never communicated that properly to the artist. So they're talking about they had like some some trauma in their life. And so this is kind of why they are the way that they are, right? So regardless of how you feel about this, they did give some background on their stuff here. But I did want to point it out. I honestly don't care if you don't agree with my position or not. You're not owed whatever evidence you feel you deserve. I try to keep things private between myself and Ding. I made 2 tweets I didn't directly mention in my name or Adam. I'm a very small creator. I had removed my pinned tweet knowing he's a previous design creator a while ago. If you asked my community before this and my main artist was, they probably wouldn't know. I'd already begun moving away from Ding and commissioning other artists and getting quotes from projects from other people. Ding came onto one of those sites himself, started to make a full announcement about it in the server, specifically to stir things up. I mean, you shouldn't treat somebody that way, period. I'm gonna be real. I don't think you get to dictate how somebody reacts to you being unprofessional. I mean, did they have to stir it up? No. I feel bad that this stuff happened, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole. But with everything I know about Ding and the time I spent with him over the past 2 years, a drama like this was his intention. He talks about and thrives on it. Bruh. Pop in, call me old lady, making a disparaging comment or two. So just talking about like this person being bad. This is the person you're all defending, the person who talks like an arts gamer, and your DMs are trying to get you to feel bad about yourself to buy their art. That's Ding. I mean, if that's true, where's the proof? What this boils down to is this person did not get what they expected. They didn't communicate it. They're upset by everybody calling them an asshole, but it's like, if they're not defending Ding, they're just calling you a butthole. Like, I mean, in this situation, I would defend Ding because I'm like, the way you treated them was really, really horrible. But set clear expectations. How can you be mad when somebody else doesn't know what you want? So the comp could have taken 6 months, and that would have been fine as long as I had received updates in a format that worked for me. You never communicated the format in which it should be given to you. Did you tell them, I would like an update every 2 weeks? Did you poke them and say, hey, you know, can I get an update? Because when I'm looking at the messages I looked at, you asked for an update and they said, hey, go look at my Trello. It's over there. And you got mad at that. I mean, am I crazy, Chad? Did Dane do anything wrong there? Because they gave them an update. It's just over on their website, which you could have checked at any point in time. I think they're upset that it was not like baby fed to them. You know what I mean? This little format that doesn't work for me as a client or as a person who runs a creative business. Not a single one of my clients I've asked about it said they would accept updates in this manner either. I mean, I don't know who the you're talking to about me, Real Solar. I highly doubt that. Give me some screenshots because I'm going to tell you, I disagree with that. If it doesn't work for you, then you should have stated that without being an asshole in the first place. Yeah, I think you're upset nobody took their side, but like, nobody's going to take your side because how you treated it. If you have a long-term client that regularly hires you for work and you're suddenly doing something different than last time, you should be giving them a quick heads up. What did they do differently though? Expecting people to stay up to date with your social media updates only in a business setting where direct communication is available. It's just not okay. I don't agree. Like, your behavior towards your attitude to be one genuine. I dare say the bullshit excuse you tried. With this will not wipe away this standing reputation. I agree. So ultimately, for me, chat, this is just unacceptable way to treat artists or anybody you commission. If you want something, my message to all of you is to set clear expectations of what you want. Treat people with respect.